Today I will be teaching about dry ice and its effects on different materials. Our first experiment was dropping dry ice into boiling water. The boiling water, after the dry ice was dropped into it, was releasing a combination of water vapor and CO2, creating a fog-like effect into the air. It was quite cool to watch. In this experiment, we put soap into boiling water. We then placed a chunk of dry ice into the water. It started rapidly bubbling. What was happening, like in the first experiment, carbon dioxide and water vapor was getting released into the air. But this time, it was getting trapped inside of bubbles from the soapy water. It was quite fun to watch the tower of bubbles keep building up above each other until it started falling over. I grabbed some and decided to see what would happen if I would squash it. What happened is when I squashed it, it released the carbon dioxide and water vapor into the air because of the bubbles popping. Watch this. In this experiment, we put another chunk of dry ice into soapy water, but this time the water was not as hot, so it was not producing as much water vapor and CO2. Therefore, there was not as many bubbles coming out of the water. We decided to stir around the water, and it was forming bubbles in a spiral pattern. In this experiment, we created a soap bubble over some hot water with dry ice in it. The carbon dioxide and water vapor filled up the bubble. The bubble kept expanding. It was almost as if there was an atmosphere inside of it. I tried popping it, and all of the CO2 and water vapor was released into the air. Here, the gas being released from the dry ice causes the spoon to vibrate very quickly, which in turn causes the loud squeaking sound that you hear. In this experiment, we created a cryogenic freezer, which is where you take denatured alcohol and put a chunk of dry ice into it. It's basically creating a supercooling liquid that can flash freeze different materials. It makes them almost glass-like so that they shatter. In this instance, we were trying it on a lemon. The lemon became extremely hard and shattered with the touch of a spoon. In this one, we also tried a lemon. This time, when it hit, it created a cool sound. In this experiment, we also tried a lemon. I tried hitting it on the ground and it split in half. When I tried cracking a lemon, it cracked almost instantly with no force. In this one, we were using a flower. We hit the flower and the petals went everywhere. The same thing happened with this one. It got extremely crispy. We then tried it on a strawberry. The strawberry became extremely tough. It took multiple hits to break.